when you have an idea that you want to tell, whether it's a movie, song, anything, you gotta get it out there. You gotta write it down. It can't sit in there. You have to. So many people that I know, whatever process it is, some people have journals on their bedside table or wherever, and we're still, we live this world. We have our phones on us all the time, and if you just have an idea, you just write it down. But I do feel, at least for me, other people are definitely probably different. It has to get on like paper or something. It's got to get on. Like if I write it down, it becomes like a thing. It becomes out there in the world a little bit. And even if you need to get it out on like on a device of any kind, I would still print out the outline that I type or anything, and I would still write on it and make little notes and make it like a physical, tangible thing for me.
Yeah. And
that to me is so important, to not let any idea, no matter how stupid you think it is, how dumb it is, if you don't know how it relates to the story overall, you will be surprised 2 weeks from you having that thought where you're like, oh, damn it, I definitely could have used that there, but what exactly was I thinking when I had that idea that I really liked about it? Because that's the big key. The overall beat itself is just very general, and it could be whatever, and that could be the thing that you're pushing back on. But there's something in your brain that made you go, I really love this. I love this idea. Why do I love this so much? Whether it's just a very small emotional beat or it's a cool visual gag, whatever it is, it meant something to you. And the quicker that you can get that out and out in the world, whether typing it, writing it down, putting on your murder string board, it's out there. It exists. And I think that's also kind of helpful. I do this. I'm very guilty of not doing this as well. But I've found that most of the beats that I write down, and I kind of write kind of like a parents that when they take like photos and then they write on the back of the photo, like, this was at the zoo when Justice ate a bunch of cotton candy. For that
you are
note.
About to answer a question that I was just about to ask you.
Excellent. Yeah, you write down what made you feel that way in that moment. And the quicker that you can do that, I think the better and more realized, and the more you'll wind up producing something that you'll love even more, because it's so a part of you, even in these moments when you're thinking. And they spring up at the worst times. Whatever. Sometimes they're good, like just shower thoughts, that's fine. But like the most inconvenient times, and you don't want to write something down, your phone's dead, whatever. Promise you, if you've had that thought, and if you're watching this, you probably are, because you're an artist like me and Jameson, just write it down, get it out there. That is my biggest advice that I've stumbled across answering this question. Write down all of your good, bad, stupid ideas, because you love them no matter how stupid they are, no matter how good, no matter how bad. Write them down.
That is a piece of sage wisdom, I feel like. And I think your addition of not just write your ideas down when you have them, no matter how bad you think they are, but on the back of the postcard, so to speak, write down the feeling or the context or the environmental thing that was going on that made you feel like it was an idea you wanted to write down.
Yeah.
I think I want to go try that now, because I don't do that yet. I write down some ideas, but I don't contextualize them.
I only do that randomly. And when I do that, it's like, I should do this more. No, I should really do this more. But it's easy to just write it down. And if you do that, that's fine. That's a step. But if you could just take the extra step, we all live in this world. We're in the one click world, and we're all guilty of it. We only want to take one step to do the thing. We did the thing. We wrote down the idea. It's great. Why? It's the why part that like is hard. But if you can just train yourself to get to that point, I promise when you're going to craft the thing you want to craft, it'll help you out in the long run. I promise you.